Good morning. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Excited that we have such a nice crowd as we open up the Idea Lab formally. Let me start by just with a couple of thank yous and recognitions. First of all, we can never do any of this at the university without our events team, so I want to thank them for the setup. I want to go ahead and thank Chartwell's for the food service today. If you haven't tried those smoothies, so thank you, Chartwell's. And then, of course, my assistant, Gail, always keeps me on the straight and narrow, so thank you, Gail. Anyway, we have a number of members from the Board of Trustees here, the Foundation Board, the Alumni Association Board, so thank you all for being here as well. I want to acknowledge a couple of other individuals. Mayor DiNatale is here. He's going to speak in a couple of minutes. Representative Hay as well. We have aides from some of the other folks that are doing business either in Boston or in Washington, so thank you for being here. Representing Senator Tran, Representative Higgins, Congresswoman Trahan. Thank you for being here. We have a number of city councilors here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to come and participate in this as well. We have a number of collaborative partners here that I need to mention that are an important part of what we're doing here. New View Communities, Mark Dohan, Reimagine North of Maine Group with Joe Ferguson, and Mass Development and the TDI Fellow in Francisco Torres. So thank you for being here. I'll talk a little bit more about how they play a role moving forward. Also wanted to acknowledge the architect on this job, Ned Collier from Icon Architecture, is here. For those of you that walked through this space prior to the renovation, it was indeed an interesting experience. We'll just leave it at that. But what a transformation! It's a great space. Thank you. Working on behalf of the university, Lee Warren from the Mass State College Building Authority is here. She played a significant role. And then, of course, my partner, Jay Bryan, his team, for pulling it all together, getting it organized, and getting this end result. I want to thank each of you. And then finally, for this event and for some of the programming moving forward, we have a consultant on board here with us, Josh Croakey, from a firm called Action by Design. They have been successful at launching a number of spaces like this before, coming in from Worcester to help us think about next steps and the way forward with this. So just quickly, and some of you have heard this before. In fact, Steve and I were joking not too long ago. He said, "How many times are you going to open this place?" Because we've done this like 3 or 4 times now, and my response was, "Well, as long as people keep coming, I can keep opening it." But nonetheless, really what we've experienced before were sort of a number of special events, either through New View, the Chamber of Commerce has been here. We were fortunate enough to have the Lieutenant Governor select this site to present the Urban Agenda grants for the 9 communities that won them in this round, of which we were one. That money going directly to this space. So we've had a number of opportunities, and I think that it speaks to the interest in using this space from a pretty diverse set of audiences, which is one of the purposes. I mean, part of what we're doing here is trying to create an opportunity to convene different groups of people, to have opportunities to look at problems, share ideas, realize dreams, and with the realization that different audiences look through different lenses and bring different perspectives to different problems and ultimately come up with different solutions. And that's what this was all about. it certainly germinated initially from the university, faculty, and students expressing the idea that they wanted to have an opportunity for a space essentially to play outside of the university environment, a playground, a sandbox, whatever you want to call it, where they could do some interdisciplinary exploration, where they could interact with the community and address some real world problems and sort of create that connection between the expertise that is our faculty, the talent of our students, and the needs of the community. And this was a space for us to do that. And we thought it was important to be off campus, to provide a different kind of front door to the campus, an opportunity that was maybe more open and welcoming to the community at large as we started to move forward. And so we're excited that we're able to realize that. We're going to hear from a couple of individuals today in a moment. I'm also excited to present a student that's working with this laboratory next door. So what we have here is essentially two things going on. The lab next door was created as a game design lab. We have a thriving and very high quality video game design program at the university. The creators of the program, I think wisely so, decided that it was important to have a capstone experience that provided students with real world opportunities that sort of bridge the gap between college and ultimately the real world. And so I'll let the one student that was elected to speak to share with you a little bit about what's going on next door. But they're doing amazing stuff. You just need to walk down this little aisle and look at some of the stuff that's on their screens to realize that well, at least it's far beyond what my capabilities are. On a good day, I can boot the machine up. But they're doing amazing stuff over there, and we're excited about it. There's even a student that has already started a business and producing real world stuff that will generate some income. So we're excited about that as well. And then on this side, a multi-purpose, multi-faceted, super flexible space to allow people to come share ideas, convene, talk, work, avail themselves of the resources that we have here. As a public institution, I think it's important that we share what we have, and in part that this is what that's all about. So with that, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to introduce the mayor, Stephen DiNatale. I know he wanted to say a couple of things about this space and perhaps how it fits into sort of the bigger picture for the future of Fitchburg. So, Stephen.
Where'd you get the scissors?
Those are my normals.
You know, AJ, where is AJ still here? That really gets him going, you know. The big scissors. He loves that.
Don't run with
Can we use those?
Don't run with them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we are going to use them.
We're going to use them this morning. You know, we were here when the building was vacant, just in incredible disrepair. And it really speaks volumes about the importance. And I always say this publicly, that Fitchburg does collaboration better than any city that I've ever encountered, and we really do. And it's a testament to the folks that are here today. We've got so many stakeholders. I always like to refer to Bulldog Doan. Where is he? Give me a hand. I know you're tall like I am. Where are you? You're in the crowd? Mark Doan, thank you. And you're going to be hearing from some of the delegation, the local delegation, and obviously what we've accomplished, what we're beginning to accomplish, and it's statecraft at its best. This is like the aircraft carrier. It takes it a while to get going, but once it's going, it's formidable, and that's what's happening out at City Hall, the Bank of America building, and certainly here. So we couldn't be happier with the collaboration with Fitchburg State University. So very, very important to the city as a partner. And many of my staff folks are here today as well. in the economic and community development side of things. And again, very important to the city of Fitchburg. And this is a great project, and we couldn't be happier about it. And we really want to say thank you. So thank everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Want to also have the opportunity to introduce Representative Hay. I know he wanted to share a few thoughts as well. Thanks, David.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be brief, but I do want to let you know that I've seen photographs of my father when he went to the Edgerly School. And to see the growth of this university in my town, I could not be prouder. It is spectacular. And I will tell you today, when I look out and I see all these young faces and I see the energy and the enthusiasm and the intellect that's going on, I can't wait to read in the New York Times or Time Magazine or at CNN that some idea that changes our lives in this whole world was germinated at the Fitchburg State University Idea Lab. And that's what I hope and that's what I expect of you guys, so get to work. Thank you.
So as I mentioned, next door I think we have 24 students working, 22 students working on a project or a set of projects. I'll let our student speaker talk for a moment about that. Again, with the idea of sort of simulating a real-world scenario and producing a real-world product. I'm super excited about this, and it's my pleasure now to introduce Joel Stackhouse, one of the students. He I don't know whether he volunteered or was volunteered to speak on this, but we're excited to hear what he has to say. I think you're going to be impressed. Joel.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, what this space is for is we are simulating a real-world internship, collaborating. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. Yeah, this is really a place where I feel like I can really get my ideas down. Every day I come in, and I am just so excited to be in this game design lab. I'm so happy with what Fitchburg State has really given me here in this laboratory, and these opportunities are really presented to me through this idea lab. I really feel like this is not even a simulation to me. It's really just it really just feels like a business in itself. And working next to people who really are people like all of you who I guess business people, it's well, it really makes me feel like I've really ascended to a new to a new chapter. The opportunities that this place has presented me, and you're all right across the hall here in this idea lab. Thank you all so much. I really hope at the end of this semester we can show you guys a really fantastic product or multiple products. I feel, I just really want to thank you all so much.
Thank you, Jules. So that I guess formally completes the program. I do want to take a minute and acknowledge the faculty that are doing this, Jeff and Bob. Thank you. Was there a third faculty member? Just the two of you, or is it? Yeah. So thanks for doing this. This is a really great opportunity for our students, and I think an exciting opportunity for the campus. And we're looking forward to seeing what we produce here. Perhaps build a real game and get it out there. And then we'll talk about the royalties that go with that. But thank you very much. With that, if I could invite the speakers back, we'll go ahead and cut the ribbon, and then we'll take a little time to mingle and enjoy the rest of the morning. So let me see here. I got one. I can't take a pair of scissors.
I'm not falling on a sword for you, Mr.
So
President.
we'll wait, my camera's not ready. Yeah.